Hell no. That's bullshit. I ain't going nowhere.
Daryl, you know I've been on board with this whole trying to start
You
a
ain't trying to
thing.
do nothing. You trying to go back to Miami, right?
We have got to face the facts. The house is gone. Danny's probably on his way to jail as we speak. Let's just cut our losses now and go before that Marshal grabs Kendall again. Kentucky is over for us, Daryl. Only one doesn't seem to know that is you. I mean, why do you think John Baptiste
Man,
stole
forget him.
tonight?
All right, he's soft.
No, he could see the writing on the
Wendy,
wall.
I ain't going nowhere. You hear me? I've been busting my ass trying to keep this family together.
What? And I haven't been. If it wasn't for me, Kendall would be in a foster home right now.
Shit, Danny. Marshals did that to you?
How do you guys know about the Marshals?
He told me.
Yeah, I went to get help, but I got lost in the woods.
They got Crowder's guy also?
Oh, yeah. Well, it's all right, yeah. Carl said that he ain't gonna press charges. He said we were up there doing some sex thing, and it was consensual.
Man, that's good for the law, but what you think Crowder's gonna do, huh? You don't started a war, man. You a problem, man. You know that? Yeah, why you had to run that lady off the road?
Oh, here we go. You gonna blame it on me?
Yeah,
Is that it? You gonna blame it on me?
Yeah, I'm
Is that
blaming
you
it on
gonna blame it on me?
Family and dysfunction go together like peanut butter and chocolate.
I come in peace. Him, not so much.
What you want?
I just figured it's time we had a chat. Try to de-escalate.
But it don't matter no more, boy. They're leaving.
Well, I hate to hear that because I was thinking we might be the answer to each other's prayers.
Is that right? You gonna give me that money I talked to you about?
Oh, no. But because I believe in capitalism, I'll give you an opportunity to earn some. I've got a job that needs doing.
Don't trust him, Cousin Daryl. He's gonna screw you over like he did to me.
Shut up, Dewey, and sit down. As I was saying.
What's the job?
I warned you. Gretchen had a bad attitude. Now, you know race treason is a serious crime, boy. Needed paying for.
Well, then I guess I'm here for my refund.
You always had a pair of balls on you, boy. But walking in here, all alone, hell, you couldn't take me one-on-one. You gonna take on 1-on-6?
One lesson you could never understand is why make an enemy when you can make a friend. Now, I want you to meet my new friend, Daryl Crow Jr.
Come on, Daryl! Get him! Get him! Come on, Daryl! Get him good! Get him down! Come on, boy! Get him, boy! Get him good!
That's good. Now, Gunner, I know it's gonna be real unpleasant for you to talk for a little while, but you need to let your sister know that if anything else happens to my woman, if she cuts her leg shaving, I'm gonna take it out on you 100-fold. Now, Carl, get my goddamn money.
Yo. Gas is here. Turn around. Turn around, man.
We were frisked downstairs.
Well, you upstairs now. What happened to your ear?
There's a fella downstairs looks a lot like you. Won't you ask him?
Yeah, that was last week.
Must have been quite a party.
Gentlemen, sorry about the hike. On account of his dispute with Canadians, Sammy needed 14 floors between him and the street.
It's not the hike you should be apologizing for, Mr. Picker. It's the fact that this trip was even necessary.
Yeah, well, those guys that tried to jack you acted on their own.
You'd think in a city with 17% unemployment, we could get better help. But is that the money?
It is, but I'm not gonna give it to you. My mom always said you won't clear water, go to the head of the stream.
I think what Mr. Crowder is saying is we'd like to speak to Mr. Tonin.
Not a problem. Sammy! Yo, Sammy! That was last week. Sammy, we got company here. Come on. The guys from Kentucky are here.
Who is it? Who are you?
Mr. Tonin, my name is Win Duffy. This is my associate, Mr. Crowder.
What are you doing here?
Why would anyone walk up 14 flights of stairs to buy the dope we've been promised?
Oh, I was supposed to... Canadian.
The money's in the briefcase.
Okay. What?
Don't you want it?
Yeah, I want it.
Well, go get it. That's me. Sammy's dead. Yeah, but dug out of his misery, too. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, and I had to shoot the chainsaw guy. Sorry, shit happens. Yeah, they still are. Okay, see you shortly. I'm gonna need that briefcase now.
Shit, man, this doesn't concern me.
So what should you do?
You were saying? I'm sorry, would you say that again?
Sammy owes the Canadians almost $1 million. When I heard you were coming, I cut a deal with the Canadians. I'd give them the money.
Our money.
And I'd kill Sammy. And in exchange, they wouldn't kill me.
Well, it sounds like we need to have a conversation with the Canucks. Now pick up my goddamn money.
Storm is coming, wind and rain, thunder calling out my name. Better find higher ground, dirty water drag you down. River run way too high, dirty water take your life.
God damn it. What? Dude, you ever think about wearing deodorant?
You saying I stink?
I'm saying, you can't smell that. You best go get your nose checked.
You girls ready?
I'm not ready to kick your ass. Let's go.
All right. We're done here. It's like we discussed. Wait 30 minutes and head out. Stay off the highways, no speeding.
Drinking, sex after midnight.
You get lit up, you're just an employee of the HR towing company. You know shit about that cargo.
Yeah, I got it, sweet tits.
Yeah, well, you better. Now, where in the hell do you think you're going? No, I ain't smelling your ass all the way back to Kentucky. He's your Ken. You ride with him. Don't screw this up.
Told you.
Carl's on his way. The boys ain't far behind.
Yes, sir. I told you they'd handle this shit. It's gonna be a good-ass morning.
I believe I can take it from here.
Old Jimmy's a bit of a cold fish, ain't he?
A tired fish, more like it, and I can't say I blame him.
If you ain't too tired, I'd love to discuss something with you.
Well, make it quick, because that couch you're sitting on is calling my name.
I like the way you handle yourself, boy. I know when a man is worth the shit, and you are. So I want to tell you this because I don't want no secrets between us, you know, full disclosure and shit.
Well, let me guess. Hot Rod's boys didn't pull no weapons on you? Awfully convenient you had a way over the border all cocked and ready to go.
Man, you don't miss a trick, man. Shit. Well, we was just trying to make ourselves useful, you know.
Well, in the process, Daryl, you made yourself a liar.
But you an honest man, boy? A full-blown honest man? That why you pointing that gun at me from underneath that desk? There it is. I understand how you feel that way, boy, but you gotta admit we did deliver.
Well, it seems to me that heroin is still 1,000 miles away from being in my possession, which means you ain't delivered shit yet.
Well, about that, it would be a terrible shame if my brother Danny accidentally made a wrong turn with one of them trucks. And neither you, nor me, nor your partners want that.
So what is it that you do want, Daryl Crow Jr.?
I just want to be part of the goddamn family, Boyd.
Ava Crowder? Got a visitor.
I think I finally got a line on the fella that put you in this mess. He ain't been easy to find, but I think I finally got that possum treed. Now listen to me. Once he recants, and he's gonna recant, all this will be over.
All this time, waiting on you to come up with a plan to cut me loose. Thinking somehow you'd be able to pull it off.
Well, and that's what I'm doing, baby. That's what I'm in the process
Let me
of doing.
finish. I realize now it ain't hardly right to ask. You done everything you could do to bring about an end to this, but there ain't no end to bring about. And the longer I keep wishing there was, the more intolerable my situation.
What are you saying, Ava?
There's things I gotta do in here in order to survive, and the less you got to do with them, the better. Boyd, I'm saying goodbye. I don't want you coming back.
Ava, woman, do you know what I've done for you? Do you have any idea what I've had to do for you?
I do. There's not a day goes by I don't think
Well,
about
I
it.
don't think you do, or else you wouldn't be having this conversation
Boyd.
with me
Boyd.
right now.
I love you. I always will, okay?
Guard?
Ava? Ava, look at me. Ava?
Ava!
Not unless you have to. But if you have to, you make every shot count.
¡Vaya los coches! ¡Despacio!
Buenas noches, mi amigo.
¡Despacio, gringo!
No problemo aquí. No problemo aquí, boys.
Lamentablemente, si hay un problema aquí. Has encontrado un problema, cabrón.
Well,
I'm sorry, but that's all the Spanish I know. Jimmy?
Te aseguramos, señor. No buscaremos problemas. No hay un problema aquí.
Better I speak English, no?
Well, it would help.
What do you carry?
Bibles. We're missionaries here to spread the word to the far-flung citizenry.
Have you accepted Jesus Christ as your Lord and personal Savior?
Traen las armas. You do realize that this country is 80% Catholic, right, gringo?
Well, we're here for the other 20%.
You think that people look at you and you move them into conversion?
Well, I do admit we are a little rough around the edges.
We have all done some time, but have been saved by his personal light.
For all have sinned and fall short of the glory of God. That's Romans. It's in the Bible.
Preach.
You know, it's a dangerous road to be traveling at night. You know what happens around here, missionaries?
We're just trying to make Reynosa, hop across the border by sunrise.
Yeah, yes, but who will protect you lambs in your journey, huh? Who but us? And unfortunately, protection does not come free, my friend.
I'm sorry. Are you attempting to extort servants of the Lord?
Let me tell you something, gringo. White people come to this country for two reasons. One is for margaritas, the other one's for drogas.
How much?
Now that's better, huh? Now it's all out in the open, right? Let's call it, 1,000.
Pesos? No problemo, mi amigo.
$2,000, pendejo.
Oh, hell no,
Daryl.
man. Wait.
No problem, amigo.
Gracias. And we will also take the truck.
Man, we ain't giving up.
Hey, calmados, cabrones! Calmados, cabrones!
Hey, how we gonna give up the truck?
Un gran puro.
The truck ain't for sale.
Seamos hombres muertos, por favor.
Hubieras pensado en eso antes de venir para acá, cabrón, ¿eh? Let me tell you something, my friend. In Mexico, everything's for sale. Everything. Agarra las llaves.
Goodness, this is some bullshit, man.
You gentlemen, have a pleasant night, safe trip. Enjoy Mexico.
Can't smoke that in here, ma'am.
They said I could.
You might want to try the stairwell at the end of the hallway.
Well, I think we need to talk, don't you?
That was your friend.
Well, that depends on your definition of a friend. He's a nice enough fella, but I wouldn't ask to borrow his corduroy jacket. Is that one of them electronic cigarettes?
You want to try?
No. I think if I'm gonna smoke, I'll do it the old-fashioned way. You know, I fancy myself a gifted student of human behavior, but you, well, I can't quite pin down. Now, it's obvious he didn't die. Why don't you take it from there?
Once I realized Lee was still alive, I had to try and save him.
Well, I respect that. I mean, the man is your husband after all. I blame myself for not confirming his demise, but I was in a state. Now, where I get confused is why you decided not to give me up.
Lee will never again be the man that I married. So I'm in a tough spot. And I decided that the best person to help me is you.
Well, I would much rather help you than hurt you. So start talking.
I thought America would be wonderful. But then I ended up here in Harlem with an older man preparing dead bodies. So you see, I just want to go home now.
You want that money?
$300,000, and I'm gone.
Well, what if I just finish what I started? Then you can get all of Mr. Paxton's money.
I signed a contract that I must be married for 10 years, or I get nothing. And there's no way they would let him live that long.
Well, as much as I would like to accommodate you, I can't produce that kind of cash at the moment.
You're a very resourceful man. You figured it out. And as long as I get my money soon, everything will be fine.
It's just a truck. Where are you leading? Follow cars.
We got separated back in one of the turns. Got the money?
It is. But you don't get it until I see the shipment.
I don't know how many of these rodeos you've been to, friend. That's not how it works.
Well, that's how it's gonna work tonight, friend.
How about you toss that briefcase over here? Ross, when I shoot him, get that briefcase out of his dead hand.
No, this ain't my first rodeo. Carl! I got you, boy. Now, you ain't got any dope in that truck, do you, son?
You gotta understand. Detroit's in free fall. We never got the dope.
So what? You figured you'd drive south anyway, rip off the simple people? Well, we ain't that simple. And you got a man inside that truck? What's his name?
Donnie.
Donnie? Now, you must have heard what just happened to your friends. Now, I'd imagine you want to avoid a similar fate. Now, won't you slide that door open 4 inches and ease whatever weapons you have out butt first? Ow! God damn it!
Boy, he got your ear.
I know. I'm the one who got shot.
It's Crowder.
I didn't take you for a tennis fan, Mr. Crowder, but the only reason I can see you calling at this hour is to discuss Azarenko's last match.
I had to kill 3 delivery men. I got no dope. My ear's damn near been shot off. Pack a bag. We're going to Detroit. Well, Mr. Duffy, you're a tough man to get a hold of these days.
I lied to the cartel on your behalf, Mr. Crowder, so excuse me if I wasn't answering my phone till the situation resolved itself.
The situation didn't resolve itself. I resolved it for you.
Do we need to check your pockets for cigarettes?
No, ma'am. I decided to leave that pack at home for the evening. But there is a package on the front seat of my truck. Should put a smile on both your faces.
Be a peach, Mikey?
So, what are you gonna do now, Boyd?
Well, John F. Kennedy said effort and courage don't mean anything without purpose and direction. I don't have either. So I'll probably be laying low for a little while.
Good money in that, is there?
Have a seat, Boyd.
This ain't gonna take but a minute. I'd rather stand.
Oh, come on, please.
Since you asked me that way.
How much do you know about me, Mr. Crowder? And please just be frank, because it'll save us both time.
Well, I know it takes a certain kind of woman to be married to a man like your husband.
And what kind of woman is that?
Well, I suppose that would depend on your level of involvement in his affairs.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
I don't need a weatherman to tell me which direction this wind is blowing. I'm done with heroin.
Well, there are other ways to make money.
The way my luck's been running lately, ma'am, I'm most likely not the man you were looking for.
When Katherine was in charge, all our luck seemed to change for the better.
You mean when her husband was in charge?
We're good.
Well, I guess that concludes our business.
Not necessarily.
You were lousy at running heroin, Boyd Crowder, but from what I'm told, you are really good at robbing banks.
Where did you learn all that Spanish?
Cramming all the dope in this shit heat, leaving them bodies in the back of the truck, that's a two-bird, one-stone stroke of goddamn genius.
I love to see their face when they open the truck.
Smell probably killed them.
I bet they're scouring the countryside for the likes of us. Make us into heroes of legend and lore like Butch and Sundance.
And the four redneck friends.
Hey, man, to success, all right? Mm-hmm.
Well, we ain't succeeded yet.
Oh, boy, the way we played them greedy-ass federales, you and me is working together, ain't no mountain high enough.
Easy, Terrell. Your man is supposed to be here by now.
He's coming, man. Everything last minute like this takes a little time, man. Come on, man. Let's go. Got to trust me, man. There it is. Look at that. And there he is. Hey! Hey, y'all wait right here.
Where you go, I go.
Amigo.
Daryl?
Yeah.
We're your friends.
Question is, where's your boat?
No, the question is, where's my money?
I got 50 bricks in the trunk of the car. You take one for your troubles. That'll more than cover it.
Okay, I'm gonna take the car too.
All right.
Hey, take the truck, driving to Matamoros, cross the bridge into Brownsville.
I'll see you in Galveston.
That's awfully forgiving of you.
Yeah, how's that?
Well, I heard the story.
Hey, Boyd, man.
Now, these two boys double-teamed my sister. I don't think I could let the water go under that bridge.
Why you got to bring that story up? Man, look, I told him the story of his sister, man. I wasn't saying it in a bragging way. It just came out, man. It's a long time ago. We good, though, right? We good?
If I went after every white boy I got for my sister, I'd have blisters on my gun hand.
There it is. We good, man.
Yeah, we good.
I'll see you in Galveston. Yo, let's go, man. Let's go home.
Hey, Boyd, you got any money? I was gonna get a bottle for the road.
Like Ponytail just said something to the other one about Daryl calling his boss on Martes.
You don't even have to tell me what that means. Daryl had this plan the whole time.
Yes, sir.
Y'all want to go home?
What do you want to do?
You heard the man.
Let's go home! Shotgun!
Here we go!
Hey, Big D. You boys want to do the honors? I can show my cousin what he lost.
Get down! Don't get down! Don't look at me! Get your head down! Don't you look at me! Get down! look up.
Goddamn, Yoon was in on this the whole time. Well, it turns out some people still give a shit about what kind of person they do business with. Why didn't you just kill me? Because we wanted to make sure we had your money. And like the man said, nobody's dropping Mexico. Now, the rest of you are welcome to go back to our original agreement. You get this product back in the U.S., you go back to working for Hot Rod. How does that sound right about now?
I think we're good with that.
I'm guessing that don't apply to me. No, cousin, it does not. You know what you could never understand is that some men lead and some men follow. And when you can't lead and you refuse to follow, you die alone in the desert. Just not this desert. Now put this piece of shit in the back of that truck. Don't do it! Whoa, no! No! What the hell are you doing?
He pulled on me! Why you do that?
I didn't have a choice!
Good luck getting that shit out of Mexico.
Boyd, I didn't have a choice.
Don't you say another goddamn word. Tell Mr. Yoon we have a problem. You missing all the action. Where you been off loitering?
Saw an old acquaintance.
Well, you got your fish in the boat. Think you're gonna have to put him back in the water?
I do. He'll likely want to kill you, huh?
Well, I don't know. You pretty good. I figure you'll get to him first.
Why are you still here?
You have my phone.
Excuse me for 1 second. Just...
Where to? Upstairs.
Raylan, you have my phone?
Your Honor, he feels this is the only option left, the only way to move forward.
And you agree with him?
No. Personally, I don't like to play. But yes, I agree. We've exhausted our options.
Well, the odds it could work.
I'm not as familiar with the parties as...
50-50?
Jesus Christ, on a lunchbox. That's a big bet. High stakes. If you're correct, boy didn't do it.
He absolutely did not do it.
Well, that makes it worse.
Talking about a matter of degrees.
Deputy, you know I got my nickname.
Your famous reputation.
Truth is, a tail wags the dog on that one. Now, back in the day, I told all the prosecutors to call me the Hammer. It would put the defense attorneys back on their heels. Pray Jesus, don't let me draw the hammer.
It worked.
Having the name means I don't have to act on it all the time. So no matter what you may have assumed, this is not an easy sell.
I don't come to this decision lightly. But I see no other way to starve Daryl Crow of his means.
Once you fire this bullet, it don't go back in the barrel.
Oh, come on, man. Give me my phone.
Get out of my way, boy.
Hey, I helped you out, Raylan. Now, I want to know where we stand on our deal.
You want to know where we stand? Let me tell you.
Tell me.
You said you'd help us get him. You didn't get him. So we'll be proceeding to convene a grand jury, bring charges against you as soon as possible.
Are you back to that foul bullshit?
Bullshit? There it is. Thick with the names of the suffering and the dead, and many filled by your own hands. Trail of human wreckage you've left rotting in jail cells, cold graves throughout this state. And why? Because they had the poor judgment to believe your lies and follow your tune. Well, it's high time that tune reached a shuddering crescendo.
Well, what about the file on Raylan Givens? It must be just as thick. And I know there's a page in there waiting to be filled out with the details of the role you played in the demise of Nikki Augustine.
Are you implying Raylan was party to the murder of Nikki Augustine?
Oh, I'm not implying anything, ma'am. I'm stating.
Well, that's all done with. That case was sewn up tight. Got a sworn affidavit it was an FBI turncoat.
That's right, it's yesterday's news. This is today.
My phone. Jimmy, you got those last 6 keys?
I do.
Put them in the ceiling above my desk, then hit the road. Tell Carl to do the same. Storm clouds are gathering, son, and I think this flood is gonna be epic.
Yeah. Yeah, Boyd. I hear that.
Look, I ain't got a lot of time. I got robbed last night. I don't want to go into the details, but I'm looking for the person who I think is responsible. Now, her name is Candy. Now, Cyrus, you remember Cyrus? Now, Cyrus said this girl used ice on him, breath mints. Said she did things they ain't even got names for. Now, I know we had a couple of girls at Aldridge used to specialize in stuff like this. Ava, is any of this ringing a bell?
Why? Are you looking for a blowjob?
Maybe I'm looking to find out who robbed me.
You mean who robbed us, don't you?
Ava, what do you want from me?
I want you to ask me how I'm doing in here. I want you to tell me what you're doing to get me out.
Well, it's best, honey, if you don't know the details.
Which details, boy? How you couldn't bribe a judge? Or how you nearly killed the one man whose testimony we needed changed? Maybe I really am better off counting on him.
You take those things off again, I'm gonna staple them to your goddamn head. Turn around. I'm doing everything I can for you. There ain't no legal way to get you out of this. The things they charged you with, it ain't like they got it wrong.
You told me to move that body.
I didn't tell you to do it alone. To kick Jimmy out of the truck.
So all this is my fault.
I didn't kill Delroy.
That was all me. Hey, we're done.
Ava. I still need to find that girl. My fiance's wedding ring.
He's clean.
You sure?
Mikey says he's clean. He's clean.
Check him again.
Whatever.
Well, I guess there's no question about who's calling the shots.
Our social hierarchy is the least of your concerns.
Well, if you're looking for the Beretta I usually keep in the small of my back, I decided to leave it at home. I figured I might get frisked, didn't want to take a chance on it going missing. I brought that piece back with me from the desert.
What's this?
My abiding shame.
I didn't know you smoked, Mr. Crowder.
Well, my recent anxiety has made me question why I ever gave it up. I see we have a new face in our crowd.
Have a seat, Boyd.
Any place in particular?
There will be fine. So, you want to explain how your buddy, the Marshal, came to seize half our shipment?
Well, seeing how it wasn't in my possession, I think that's more of a question for Daryl Crow Jr.
And where is he?
I can't say. But if I were him, I'd be running for my life. You heard somebody shot the chief marshal last night.
You think it's Daryl?
I don't know. I wasn't there. But if I was a betting man...
Since you are the one who's here at the moment, Boyd, why don't you explain on Daryl's behalf?
Mr. Picker, the only explaining I've ever done in my life was to my mama when she caught me sneaking in after my curfew. And you ain't my mama. But I'll indulge you with a short answer to your question. Shit happens, Mr. Picker.
What about the other half?
Sometimes it don't.
Where is it?
I don't know.
You don't know. What do you mean exactly by you don't know?
Well, Mr. Picker, what I mean is, if I die in this hotel room, it'll be like you decided to bury the rest of that dope right alongside me.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Crowder.
She speaks.
I do.
Well, I usually like to know a person's name before I start telling them my life story.
Hale. Katherine Hale.
As in the wife of Big Country Grady Hale?
Widow.
When, Duffy, I am impressed. I remember seeing a picture of you in the paper when your husband was on trial. And I thought, now that is the kind of woman you get on your arm when you become a real gangster. Of course, that was some time ago and you've changed your hair.
Wynn brought me here just especially to meet you.
Thinking that any friend of his ought to be a friend of mine?
No, he wants to know if I can come up with a reason why he shouldn't kill you.
Other than my winning personality. Well, if you don't mind, I'm gonna have a cigarette while I think of a earnest answer to your question.
It's not so much me as the hotel. This is a non-smoking suite.
U.S. Marshal! On the ground! Right now! Right now!
Get up!
Right now!
Right now! Get up! Well, I guess this hotel takes that non-smoking policy pretty serious, Mr. Duffy.
There he is. I appreciate you coming here. Home turf and all.
Well, it's a small concession to make to fire an employee I never should have hired in the first place. I take it you agree to my term.
Hell yeah.
Well, I can't imagine the decision was too difficult. Tucky ain't been too kind to you and your kin.
Yeah, you know, you and me got along good, right? Ain't got to end it like this all tense and shit. In Mexico.
Mexico.
Yeah. Took care of business. Let's have a drink, man. Toast our goodbye.
Well, I only drink with people that I like or I pretend to like, but I will indulge in one of these cigarettes.
Shit, I didn't even know you smoked.
Well, there's a lot of things you don't know about me, Daryl Crow Jr., and you never will.
Ah, smooth ass boy.
Got that good Elmer's tea for you. Well, I'd say I'm sorry to hear about
Shit, we got a bogey.
Your nephew, on the other hand.
All right, you sons of bitches, hands where I
Whoa,
can see 'em.
whoa, Dewey!
Hey,
now!
You want to make the smartest decision you've ever made in your life. You will retrace your steps, presto subito.
Shut up, Boyd. Daryl, you touch that gun on the table, it'll be the last thing you do. Boyd, open the bag.
Dewey, listen to me. Leave right now.
The bag! Open it! Or you don't think I'll shoot? I will shoot, the way I shot Wade Messer. I killed his ass good, man. 2 shots. Me, Dewey Crow.
God damn it.
shit, Dewey.
Open it!
Huh. What the shit, Dewey?
Yeah, that's my heroin, my future, my dream.
Come on, Dewey, we family. You ain't got to do all this.
Put the gun in the bag, Daryl.
Cousin Dewey, man.
Cousin my ass. How you like me now, huh? How you like me now? Wait.
Just relax, man. Everybody knows what kind of man you really are. That didn't stop LBJ from getting elected.
It's just that I eat in here every day. The less a big deal we make it, the better. So give me my money.
You ought to enjoy life a little. Now, speaking of which, I enjoyed your statement. That's pretty funny. You look at it a certain way.
Funny? It's word for word. I stated in Paxton's last phone call that he confessed to his criminal corpse conspiracy.
Now, that right there, now, if I have to spell out why that's funny.
Maybe you're not so amused as you are in a good mood.
Well, maybe you're right. After everything my fiance and I have been through, I got to say today, I am in a pretty good mood. I'm gonna use the bathroom and get you what you got coming to you.
Good. We should get something to eat so it looks less suspicious.
Sheriff Mooney, this is what you get when you cross my family.
That was Hayes Workman. He's got the black lung. He ain't long for this world. Won't even see a trial. But in 6 months' time, his wife and his boys will have enough money to give them a leg up in this life.
The money that's supposed to be mine.
Every last dollar.
So I get nothing.
While I don't have any money for you, Mrs. Paxton, no. You don't walk away with nothing. May you leave Harlan County, and you don't come back.
¿Cree usted que Jung va a darle luz verde? Sí, tenemos que entrar.
I hope they're talking about breakfast. I'm starving.
He's bitching about having to bury us.
Alberto, while your demeanor is cause for some relief, I take it there's more to the story.
You keep your lives. You forfeit the shipment and the cash. The business relationship is over. Man, come on, man. That is some bullshit. You agreed not to spill blood, yet there are 4 bodies.
Well, I don't see any bodies. I don't see any bodies because my boys picked them up and hauled them back across the border, Alberto. There will be no headlines in your local paper. Now, I know I'm not in a position to negotiate, but when I make a new friend, I generally like to keep him. So will you please call Mr. Yoon one more time?
That's gonna look awful bad. We got pulled over with a load of dead dudes in the truck.
You ain't got to worry, cousin Dewey. I want to hide them underneath all that heroin. Okay. The bodies disappear, all is well.
Muchas gracias, mi amigo.
Boys, you heard him. Let's go.
So we get him in the truck, but without Hot Rod's connection, how in the goddamn hell are we supposed to get 4 bodies across the fence?
Jimmy, do I have to have an answer for everything?
Well, it ain't like we ain't smuggled shit before.
But through Texas? With who, Flores? He hates my ass.
He's over that shit.
He ain't over it.
Over what? What'd you kill his dog or something?
Oh, sister, definitely a dog. We ain't kill her, except make her a little bow-legged for a day or 2.
It ain't happening, man. We ain't calling him.
She took a lot of dick for a little lady.
Answer's no.
Only thing that Flores loves more than his ugly sister is green gringo cash. He got that shrimp boat down in Matamoros. Come on, what else are you gonna do? Think about it.
Could be worth a shot.
Well, I suggest you take it. Because I don't care if it's up your ass or on your back. You're responsible for getting my dope across that border. Now, you shot him, so you put him in the back of the truck.
Okay. Let's go, y'all.
I gotta say, you got some real balls coming back in here.
Mr. Picker? Well, if we don't have this conversation today, we're gonna have it tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. And all things being equal, Mr. Picker, I'd rather just get it done.
I believe you were at the point where you were explaining why you should live.
Ah. And if my memory serves, I was about to have a cigarette. Now, all due respect, Mrs. Hale, I don't believe it's you. I owe an explanation, too. And Mr. Duffy, I apologize for the failures of our business endeavors. But that being said, there ain't no way in hell I'm gonna beg you for my life. But you are owed something. So what say I give you half of my half of the shipment, and we go our separate ways?
We don't need this guy.
Quiet. I'm real low, Boyd. Half a half doesn't make me whole.
I understand.
Our friends in Mexico are furious about the bullshit that happened in the
I
desert.
need you to be
They're
quiet.
this close to sending a goddamn
I need
hit
you to
squad here.
stop.
I say we put Boyd Crowder's head in a goddamn box.
Picker!
You want a cigarette, Mr. Picker? You seem awful nervous.
My nerves are fine.
Well, are you sure? Because nicotine can be a powerful relaxant.
Shit'll kill you.
That ringing in your ears, that's 2 ounces of Emulex on a 10-second timer. Now, I may not know a lot about a lot of things, but I do know how to blow shit up. And my offer still stands, Mr. Duffy. Half of my half.
Mike, lock the door. Now.